have story time this morning. So let's do our song. Remember, for our opening song, we have 3 signs that we need to do. More, read, and happy. Are you ready? The more we read together, 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 the more we read together, how happy we'll be. Big books and small books and short books and tall books, the more we read together, how happy we'll be. Good job! So today our theme is clothes. And there's all kinds of clothes out there. Different countries wear different kinds of clothes. Different seasons we wear different kinds of clothes. It's a little chilly out today, so I'm wearing a sweater. What kind of clothes do you have? Is there something that's maybe your favorite? Do you maybe have a favorite dress? This is my favorite dress. Maybe your favorite thing is hats. But maybe hats aren't your favorite thing. Maybe you like shoes instead. Well, whatever your favorite thing is, the fact is that you love to wear it and it makes you feel great when you do. So we're going to read some stories today about favorite clothes and how they make us feel. I Had a Favorite Dress by Bonnie Ashburn. Pictures by Julia Denos. I had a favorite dress that was my favoriteest dress ever. I wore it Tuesday because that was my favorite day of the week. But one Tuesday I put on my favorite dress. Oh, and it was too short. Mama said, uh-oh. I couldn't bear the thought of not wearing my favoriteest dress. So I moaned and I groaned. I complained, distraught. You're overwrought, dear. It's clear, Mama said. Don't make mountains out of molehills. Make molehills out of mountains. Well, that wasn't very clear at all, I thought. But why not make something out of my dress? So I asked my mama, Mama dear, and snip, snip, so, so, new shirt, hello. And my new ruffly shirt became my favoriteest shirt, and I wore it every Wednesday because that was my new favorite day of the week. But one warm Wednesday, I put on my favorite shirt, and the sleeves were too tight. Mama said, uh-oh. Well, it took a lot less thought that time for things to become clear. So I asked my mama, Mama dear, and snip, snip, so, so, tank top, hello. And my new easy breezy tank top became my Thursday tank top because Thursdays are always the hottest summer days. And I wore it every Thursday until school. No tank tops, it's a rule. So I asked my mama, Mama dear, and snip, snip, so, so, new skirt, hello. And my new cool for school skirt looked just right with my favorite tights. I wore it one Friday, and it felt just right. So I wore it every Friday, my new favorite day of the week. Until the Friday that Maggie Jean, the fashion queen, and my very bestest friend, said it was the end for skirts. Without a doubt, she declared, pants are in and skirts are out. But it was okay, don't you know, 'cause just about then it started to snow. I showed my dear Mama the snow. Mama, see? And snip, snip, so, so, tassely scarf, hello. And my scarf became my favoriteest thing to wear every snowy Saturday. The best play in the snow day. Until the day my tassely scarf got caught in the door. Uh-oh. The long swaying ends that were now short and frayed no longer swayed to and fro. At first I felt tears, till I shook my head clear and showed my new problem to Mama dear. Snip, snip, so, so, pair of socks, hello. I slipped those socks on my feet every Sunday, which was my new favoriteest day of the week, because on Sundays we go to Grandma's house with the white-on-white wall-to-wall carpet and Grandma's eyebrows silently invite us to remove our shoes. Well, hello, nifty new socks. Until a Sunday in the morn, when I found one sock forlorn. Uh-oh. Mama said, it's very clear there's not much left of your dear departed dress. Snip, snip, so, so, pretty hair bow, hello. It held my hair back on the windiest days, on the swingiest swings, and through my twirliest twirls in ballet class. My hair bow, my pretty hair bow, was my favoritist accessory, worn for all the world to see, on Mondays, which are the best days, 'cause the week is new and shiny, until my puppy, my chewy puppy with the tiniest, sharpest teeth in the world, chewed my pretty hair bow into the tiniest scraps of fabric I'd ever seen. Puppy, no! Uh-oh, it was a bow no more. But by now I knew not to have a cow when things go wrong. I scooped up those scraps and bits of my Tuesday dress, the favoritist dress I'd ever had, and made this. Now I can wear my favoritist dress every day of every season of every year. I showed my mama, who said, "How wonderful, dear." And she smiled and said something about mountains and molehills again, which still wasn't clear. And then she looked me up and down with squinty eyes and added, "Don't panic, my dear, but I fear those pants look a little too short." Uh-oh. The end. This story is an adapted version of The Goat with Many Coats, a true story of a little goat who found a new home, by Leanne Laricella. It was a cold December night when Prospect was born. As tiny as a teacup, Prospect weighed just 1 pound. He had a pink heart-shaped nose, one droopy ear, and legs that wobbled when he walked. The very next day, a nice lady came to the farm and adopted him. The little goat now had a big home, big chairs, big windows, big doors. But Prospect met Piney, and he was kind and wise and kept Prospect company on his first night, and he kept him warm. The two friends snuggled up to sleep next to the fire. Prospect was just a baby, and his coat wasn't thick enough to keep him warm. So his mom made him a new red coat to wear, and as soon as his coat was zipped up, he felt like a new goat. Prospect adored his coat, and soon he got another and another and another. He had a coat for climbing rocks, and one for playing in the hay. He even had a cape that made him feel like Super Goat, and each day Prospect got bigger and stronger. Finally, his mom felt like it was time for Prospect to meet the other animals. He looked out the window at them. They were so big and their coats were so thick. Prospect wondered which coat he should wear to meet them. He knew he needed something special, but none of his coats seemed quite right. Piney came and nudged him toward the door. Prospect was nervous, but with Piney's help, he put one foot in front of the other. As soon as the other goats saw him, they gave him a loud meh of approval. They loved his new coat. Without noticing, Prospect's real coat had grown in. He was still a small goat, but now he stood confident and tall, because he realized he was wearing the most beautiful coat of all, his very own. Sadie and the Silver Shoes by Jane Godwin, illustrated by Anna Walker. Sadie had 3 brothers, Walter, Max, and Finn. When Walter's clothes were too small for him, they went to Max. When they were too small for Max, they went to Finn. And when they were too small for Finn, they went to Sadie. Sadie didn't mind, but some people did, like Annabelle at school. The only clothes Sadie got to pick were underwear and shoes. That's why Sadie loved shoes, new shoes. And one day Sadie saw the most beautiful shoes ever. Sadie wore her new silver shoes everywhere. "These are absolutely my most favorite shoes," she said. "See how they sparkle in the sun?" Her mom had even gotten them a bit big so they would last longer. Sadie put them on when they went for a picnic that weekend. "They'll get dirty," said Mom. "I'm going on an adventure," said Walter. "Me too," said Max. "Me too," said Finn. "Yes, yes, let's go," said Sadie. It was a good adventure. Until... Oh no! Sadie scrambled, Walter stumbled, Max slipped, and Finn fell in. They all got very wet. But they didn't catch the shoe. It was swept down the creek like a shimmering silver fish. "Maybe you should have worn old shoes today," said Mom. "I know," shouted Sadie. "I know that now." And she marched off in a very angry mood. What could Sadie do with her one left shoe? "You could plant a flower in it," suggested Walter. "Could it hold your pencils?" asked Max. "Hang it from your window like a mobile," said Finn. Sadie loved her one shoe so much, she decided she would wear it anyway. "Your shoes don't match," said Annabelle. "I don't care," said Sadie. At school, the teacher made an announcement. "Next Monday, a new girl is coming. Sadie, would you like to show her around?" What would the new girl be like, Sadie wondered. The new girl's name was Ellie. Sadie showed her around, but Ellie wasn't looking at the playground, or the library, or the cafeteria. Ellie was looking at Sadie's shoe. Was she going to say it didn't match? Was she going to go play with Annabelle? "I have a shoe like that," said Ellie. "Really? Just one shoe?" said Sadie. "Is it a right or a left shoe?" "I'm not sure," said Ellie. "Come to my house after school and we can look." At Ellie's house, Sadie looked. She looked closer. Could it be? It wasn't a shiny, but... "This is my shoe," said Sadie. "My other absolutely most favorite shoe." "I found it at the beach, near my old house," said Ellie. "I thought it was a fish with shiny scales. Mom said that one shoe is useless, but I still kept it." They put the shoes together on the bed. "I'm glad I did," said Ellie. "Would you like it back?" Sadie thought for a moment. "Does it fit you?" she asked. "Yes," said Ellie. And from that day on, Sadie and Ellie wore their most favorite shoes everywhere. Sometimes Sadie wore them, sometimes Ellie wore them, and sometimes they wore one each. The end. Those were some great stories. I loved reading them to you, and I hope that you loved hearing them. Now it's time to go for the day, so let's sing our goodbye song. Remember, for our song, we need 3 signs: bye, time, and friends. You ready? It is time to say goodbye to all our friends. It is time to say goodbye to all our friends. It is time to say goodbye. Clap your hands, wink your eyes. It's time to say goodbye to all our friends. I hope to see you next week. Bye.